Assalamualaikum, a very good day and welcome to the Organizational Economic Report. I'm your lead anchor, Muhammad Bimariki. In today's top story, we dive deep into the highly competitive world of the retail industry. It is a fast-paced sector where survival depends entirely on how quickly a company can adapt to changing consumer demand, fashion trends, and rapid technological advancement. But how exactly do retail giants maintain their dominance in the market? To answer this, our production team has conducted an exclusive study on three major fashion powerhouses such as Uniqlo, Radini Holding Berhad, and Brand Outlet. Today, we will decode their corporate strategies and decision-making processes through the lens of three critical frameworks like the managerial theory, the behavioral theory, and the agency theory. To kick off our coverage, we first look at the managerial theory. This theory highlights the clear separation between business ownership and day-to-day operation. To unpack how this works in reality, let's cross over to our resident industry analysis standing by the field. Over to you.
Thank you, host. So my part is to explain about managerial theory. Managerial theory explains that in modern organization, ownership and management are separate. Shareholders own the company, while professional managers control daily operation and strategic decision. In the retail industry, managers focus not only on profit maximization but also on growth, expansion, and market dominance. For example, Uniqlo continuously expand internationally and invest heavily in technologies such as heat tech and tourism product. Similarly, Padani Holding Berhad expand its store network across Malaysia to increase market share and strengthen brand recognition. These stories show that managers play an important role in organizational growth and long-term competitiveness. However, managerial theory also suggests that managers may sometimes focus too much on expansion for their interests, such as increasing their influence, reputation, or job security. That's all from me. Thank you.
For this part, I will explain about the behavior theory of the firm. Behavior theory explains that firms do not always make perfectly rational decisions because managers face burden rationally. This means managers have limited information, limited time, and limited ability to predict future business conditions. The real fashion industry, companies such as Padini Holding, Berhad, and Uniqlo cannot accurately predict change in customer preference and fashion trend because the market changes very quickly through social media, lifestyle, trends, and season demand. For example, manager at Padini and brand outlet must decide what clothing, design, colors, and styles should be sold at different locations in Malaysia. However, customer preference in Kuala Lumpur may be very different compared to suburban areas. Therefore, manager depends on previous sales record, customer feedback, and current market trend when making inventory decision. Similarly, Uniqlo also faces pondered rationally even though the company uses advanced technology and global data analysis system. Managers still cannot fully predict unexpected weather, change politically situation, or sudden change in customer demand. Because of uncertainty, manager must make practical decisions to reduce risk and control business costs. Next is satisfaction behavior. Satisficing means manager choose solutions that are good enough instead of searching for the perfect solution. This happens because searching for the best solution may require too much time, money, and resources. For example, Padini may choose suppliers that are reliable and able to deliver product on time instead of searching for cheaper supplier worldwide. This helps the company maintain stable business operation. Uniqlo also practice satisficing in supply chain management by using suppliers from multiple countries. Although this may increase costs, it helps reduce risk when disruption happen unexpectedly. Lastly, behavioral technology theory also explains conflict and bargain with organization. Different departments usually have different goals. For example, the marketing department wants more promotion and higher inventory level to increase sales. However, the supply chain department prefer low inventory to reduce storage costs, while the finance department focus on controlling expenses and maximizing profit. Because of this, different objective conflict often happen between departments. Therefore, manager must negotiate and compromise to reach decisions that are acceptable for everyone. So, in conclusion, behavior theory shows that companies like Padini and Uniqlo operate in uncertain environment where managers rely on practical decision making, satisfying behavior, and negotiation between departments to maintain business performance. Thank you.
Behind every successful retail company, there are hidden challenges involving trust, control, and decision making between owners and managers. This situation can be explained using agency theory. Agency theory describes the relationship between principals and agents within an organization. Principals are shareholders who business owners, while agents are managers and employees who run the company. Conflicts arise because both parties may have different goals. Shareholders focus on maximizing profits and long-term business growth, while managers may also prioritize personal interests such as bonuses, job security, or career advancement. In retail companies like Uniqlo, Padini, and Brands Outlet, store managers often have more information about daily operations, sales, and customer behavior than owners. This creates information asymmetry where managers know more than shareholders. As a result, agency problems such as moral hazard and adverse selection may occur if managers act in their own interest instead of company goals. Therefore, companies use monitoring systems, audits, and performance evaluation to reduce these conflicts and ensure accountability. Thank you.
Alright, thank you to my group member for the previous explanation. Next, I will continue with the comparative evaluation analysis, which compare the three main theories, which is managerial theory, behavioral theory, and agency theory in the retail industry. Firstly, managerial theory focuses on the role of manager in controlling the direction and growth of a company. In the retail industry, managers are responsible for business expansion, marketing strategies, and brand development. This can be clearly seen in companies such as Uniqlo and Padini Holding Berhad, which continuously expand their outlet and strengthen their brand position in the market. Secondly, behavioral theory explains that organizational decisions are not always perfectly rational because managers face limitations such as limited time, limited information, and constantly changing consumer trends. As a result, retail companies often rely on past experiences, sales data, and current market trends when making decisions related to inventory and promotions. Lastly, agency theories focuses on conflict between owners and managers within an organization. In the retail industry, which involve many employees and branches. Issues such as task lack of monitoring and differences in goals may negatively affect organizational performance. Overall, we found that agency theory is the most relevant theory in the retail industry because retail businesses have complied organizational structure and require strong monitoring and coordination. However, all three theories are important because they help explain different aspects of organizational behavior and decision making in the retail industry. Thank you.
Based on the comparison of agency theory, behavioral theory, and managerial theory, several recommendations can help improve retail companies such as Padini, Brands Outlet, and Uniqlo. First, under agency theory, companies should use performance-based rewards and better monitoring system to improve employee productivity and align company goals. Second, based on behavioral theory, retail firms should improve data systems, AI forecasting, and inventory management to support better decision making and reduce mistakes. Lastly, according to managerial theory, companies should allow managers to innovate while using KPIs and balanced scorecards to measure performance. Better teamwork, employee training, and strong business ethics are also important for long-term success. By combining these three theories can help retail companies improve efficiency, competitiveness, and sustainability. In conclusion, the retail industry is influenced by many internal and external factors, making organizational behavior complex. The three theories, such as managerial theory, behavioral theory, and agency theories, each theories provide different perspectives on how retail companies operate and grow. For companies such as Padini, Brands Outlet, and Uniqlo, relying on only one theory is not enough. By combining all three theories, retail firms can improve leadership, decision-making, employee management, and overall business performance to remain competitive and sustainability.